All right, one more voice over. This time we play King of the Hill. If you sweep, next round you play top. If you pass, next round you play bottom. So on this video, we're gonna see a lot of leg lasso sweeps, a lot of good details for you guys. So stick around and watch into the end. We start off right there. My first point was Adam. He starts sitting guard, so I have to find a way to pass. So keep moving around. He trying to set up a grip on my arms, and I shoot in to force the half guard. He kneels. He place a bluff butterfly hook, and then he jump right into the X guard. He comes up right away. I use my right foot to kick and come out, force him to let go the leg. He sits guard right away. He want to go for the shotgun umber right there. So once again, Adam, my main partner, he knows everything that I do from there. So, and I kind of know everything that he does as well. So which gets interesting. So he close guard, and then he decides to open with the collar sleeve, and then he went for the loop choke. I realized right away, and Adam trying to get under my leg, and he went for the X guard right there. So I held his belt. So look, when I hold his belt, he can extend me away. So I use my far leg, which is my right hand, my right foot, to circle over and then disconnect his connection. Adam keep me away, and then he set back to guard. I bring my leg right over to the other side. So this time I was forcing him to get to a north-south position, and then trying to keep him there. And then this first round I got the pass. So now I'm gonna start play bottom game. So shake my partner's hands. He started pushing, trying to put my back on the mat. I remained sitting. And then, so you know what? I'm gonna set the sleeves and then see if I can get some lasso connections right here. So he didn't give me the sleeves, and then he went for the weave pass right there, bringing his hands right between my legs. So okay, I'm just gonna get the lasso guard right there. So I approach my hands, secure the lasso, kept breaking the grip on my collar, so extending my body away is a very good way to free the hands from your collar. And then I just switch my hip, and that was it. So lasso guard, half guard, and then I just hit my sweep right there. Super powerful. You guys should check it out. You should try it and let me know. So I swap and staff in right away, and then I came up. So there's a line on the wall waiting to see who's gonna turn. So who's gonna get the turn? Now I'm gonna go into it. Now I'm playing with Matthew. So Matthew is 16 years old. He just got his blue belt. Very aggressive guard. So Matthew tried to keep me down. So he should get to the both sleeve control, which I keep telling him. And now he got it. And then he closed guard. So I stood up. Let's see how long he can keep that guard closed. So I have a really solid base right there. So squatting every day is paying off. I have a really strong base right there. So he decided to open. Now he keep trying to put me in a tripod sweep. I kept pushing his leg away, and then he could not engage. So he's focused so much on my collar. So you know what? I'm gonna try close the distance because he had a really good frame. So I break the grip, and then I shut down the space, put him flat, put him sideways, hugging the head. So Matt should not let my sleeve go. So look, his hand away from me, allow me to get the cross face. I block his bottom leg, avoid him from recovering guard, because I knew if he closed guard, it would be a problem again. So I keep pushing his leg away, shove my weight back, keeping his upper body really stacked with my left arm, and then eventually I got to the pass right there. So there is again Adam again. So Adam came in, so now he's passing. So now it's my time to play bottom game. So let's see what I can get for him. So Adam breaking the grip. He knows that I want to engage with him, so I pull him right into my guard. So he kept really good control. And then I have the collar sleeves. Try to set my last right there, and then I rest him with my bottom foot. So my bottom foot when I play last is my best friend right there. I always like to keep that leg free. So he has the collar grip. I extend my body back. Instead of just pushing with my hands, I use my body to extend back to break the grip. and then my leg was right between his leg. It's so powerful. I changed my hip, and then I get to the lasso sweep, but then he spin out of it. I got to the omoplata scenario, but I kind of like let it go because I want to play more game for you guys from bottom, so I didn't want to force the omoplata. So I ended up playing lasso on my right side now. So I like to play lasso on both sides. I got a deep lasso, foot between the legs, and now Adam keep pushing, holding my bottom leg because he knows that my bottom leg has to be free. And then I try to like trap my heel on his far leg to push and then dump him that way, but I couldn't get a good sweep because he's holding my pants right there. So now, so you know what, I'm gonna transition to the arm drag right there. So let go the lasso and then arm drag, jump into the back. So look, I let go the lasso grip, get the arm drag and pull him. Adam spin, I try to get to his back and I rush. I should like keep the seat belt, but I open to get the collar grip, and then Adam shoved his hip away and then I lost the back. So I remained on bottom, and then right away I got to the ankle pick without him realize. So he stood up, and then I had the collar and then the ankle grip, and then I pull him and I finished with the ankle sweep right there, pushing him down. He was very disappointed, so he couldn't believe it. So moving to next, let me see who I got next. Oh, I got Anisha. Anisha is a very aggressive girl. She trains most like no gi, so I got her into a gi game, and then she jumped right into a guillotine attack right there. So she's very technical in the no gi. Now she's like readapting in the gi game. So she should kept my bottom leg as a half guard. So she should have the guillotine attack, and then she decided to let it go. I don't know why, but she should keep going on the guillotine. So she could use butterfly hook to use that to sweep me in. So and then she kept trying the guillotine no matter what, and then right there she should go for the arm drag, jump to my back, but it's okay, you know, it's a learning experience that I'm trying to show you guys what the person bottom should do as well. So I kept there beating her leg, don't let her get to the close guard, and then she should go for the shoulder crunch right there, or me from omoplata scenario. She could have that. So she went for my arm, and then she decided to let it go, and then we reset the position. So you know what, I'm gonna start moving. More I move, more I'm gonna make her get lost a little bit. So I change sides, keep like my hands on her pants, and then try to get to the head control, and then she should be pushing me and start facing me to break that grip or the cross face grip right there. So she kind of relaxed right there, and then look, I'm gonna use the keep my hands on the pants, and I'm gonna, once she move away, I'm gonna pull that leg to change the angle. So I kept changing the angle, so the direction, so she didn't know where I'm going for. I kind of did a back step right there, and then I kept going on my toes, and then I keep going for the north south, and then keep blocking the bottom leg, and then I let go the head, got over the body, and then I switch my base, and then I crash right into the side control. So frame is the most important thing when the person playing guard. So keeping the head away from me, and then keeping the frames active. Now I move on to the bottom position, excuse me, and then Adam try to pass right away. I use butterfly hook to elevate him. He has a good base right there. Now I try to break my grip 1 time, 2 times, and then 3 times. So I feel really comfortable with the collar grip. I feel really strong. And then I decided to let it go right there because I knew he was gonna go even harder after the 3rd time. So I kept playing close guard. Adam knew that he knows that I'm gonna go for the cross grip, go for the sweep. He kept really strong posture right there. So, and then I started messing around, and then he stood up. I decided to go for the lasso, even for the have the same side, the cross grip sleeves. And then he decided to drop to the knees. So went to the side, and then I keep chasing him with my bottom foot right there. My lasso leg is right between his legs, so I need to free the grip of my collar, so I keep extending. So look, you see there's a lot when I try to break the grip, not just pushing, but extending. And then I threw my lasso right there, like the Turbo 90. So it's really strong lasso sweep from when you put the leg between the leg. So set up, he kept my lasso stay there. I use my lasso to defend and also attack and also defend right there. So the lasso stay there. I don't know that if he blink his eyes, he's gonna get flipped. So I decide to come up with my elbow and bring my bottom leg free because he was holding. So I kept my leg away for him to hold it, and I kept my lasso right there. So I keep following him with my hip, which so he doesn't get ahead of the connection. So I held the pants with the opposite side lasso, and then I lost it. He stepped back. I bring my hip up. From there, I could go for the reverse triangle, but I decided to keep going on a lasso scenario. So I kept my lasso right there to see what else he can give it to me. So he held my collar again, and then I flip him right there, but he knows the lasso is coming. So I try to hit a sweep and allow him to coming back. This time I held his foot, which I could go for the toe hold right there. I could let go of the lasso, go for the toe hold, knee bars, everything there, but I kept holding. And then I underhooked the leg. I could easily sweep him coming up. I could just let go of the lasso, but I didn't. So, and then no, I'm gonna stay right here. And then I don't know why, probably like after 10 minutes, I got tired, said, I don't know, become sloppy. And then I let go of that leg. I don't know why, don't ask me why I let go of the leg. I know I could come up to sweep, but I didn't, okay? So forgive me. He came up in a solid base. And then we went to the second round of the King of the Hill. So I swept him, and then this was the second round. So Adam wasn't first in the line again, so that's why he started on the bottom. So I started on top, and then he set up the one leg axe. From there, he underhooked my leg, and I kept holding the belt right there because I knew that he wanted to come up. And then I tried to do a back step, and then Adam let go. He should just keep me kicking me the axe guard and come up, but he didn't. He lost connection. So I kept getting to the leg drag. So I kept pushing his leg across, but Adam kept his arm right on my collar. I could not get close to him, so he did a really good job maintaining that space right there. And then I hold, and then eventually he turn around and get. So he back to the one leg axe again, but this time on the other side. So he underhooks my leg. Adam could easily blow up right there, right? So he just could come up and get a sweep. His grip was perfect for sweep, but I don't know why he didn't do it. So, and then I'm holding his belt super tight. So that way when I hold his belt, he cannot extend me away. So which is a very good details for you guys also. So the belt is your best friend when someone has the one leg axe, the axe guard. And then he decided to go to my back a little bit there, and I kept facing him, taking his hook out, and then I smashed. I got a good solid base right there, push his leg away, right? And then I just lost my grip on his upper body, and then we squared up back in front of the guard. So I decided to don't let him close the leg, bring my knee over the leg, and then like my collar grip, and I kind of like gain his hip, climb a little bit over the body. I really like this pressure pass where I avoid don't let the person to sit up. I kept Adam on his back, pushing on my toes right there, and then flat him down. So he kept his hand right on my arm, so he knew that I wanted to go for his collar to get a cross face right there. So he kept pushing my hands away, and I kept trying to get in, get out, but he couldn't. He did not let me get there. So he got the butterfly guard. So you know what, I'm gonna change my head position and then open my wide base, and then from there I'm gonna go to the back door, and then I kept my head really tight on his chest, bringing Adam down by the head. So as you guys notice, I'm gonna hold the bottom shoulder and pin him down, and then by that time he like, oh man, it's really heavy to keep fighting. So I got the pass. So next round I play bottom, right? So keep in mind we're switching top bottom every time we win. So this big dude right here, I think it's Connor. Yes, Connor is a new student with us. So I play my lasso, and he starts turning his hand in, And then I kind of like, he pulled the arm, and then I let go the lasso, placed my lasso, but his hand was shallow. What I did, I used my right hands to pull his hands in, so I have a really good lasso grip right there. So once I have my lasso secure, I let go, and then now Connor wants to beat my knee with his shoulder, so it's okay. I'm gonna bring my knee deep right there. So my knee was a little bit deep, and then when he hugs, that's what I was waiting for, was a bait. I just switch my hip and he goes right there. So there's no way that he gonna defend it. So he covered up my knee with the lasso, which I kind of like it. I was waiting for him to hug. The moment that he hugs, I bring my hip under, and then I flip him over and get the sweep right there. And that was a fun hip. He couldn't believe it. I went to shake his hand. Guess what? He left me hanging. So it's okay. He could not believe about the sweep. So you know what? I gotta high five myself. Move on into the next. So now I play top position against Tim, white belt, 4 stripe. Tim is training for almost a year, doing a really good job. So I pull guard, and he gets the double under right there. He's trying to get the double on knee cut all at once, and I get my grips control. So he knows. He went for the over under pass. We've been working that a lot, and then I lock my feet to dump him, to sweep him, but he realized, he let go my leg right away. So I tried to change his head to the other side. He kept moving back, so he knows what I'm doing it, so he's avoiding. He's really strong. So Tim is doing a really good job. So I hope he doesn't stop, so he get his blue belt in the near future. So he keep pushing. I got the lasso position, keep him in place, get the sleeves right there, and then he kept holding my belt, he kept stepping up, right, and tried to get a knee cut, but my lasso was super tight. I kept pushing him off, and then I see I have the lasso, deep lasso right there. I didn't want to close my guard, so I want to keep him free. So he moved to the back, to the same side lasso. I put my hands on the mat. Now I use my bottom leg to chase him. So it's a really good drill. Allow the person to move free, so you chase them with the far or the bottom leg. So he decided to go for the foot lock, which he could, right? But my lasso was right there, and he realized that, oh, I'm gonna mess it up. If I get swept here, I'm gonna go back to the line. So he let go of my foot and come up. So my lasso was still in. I scramble and then shoot for the triangle right there. Try to see his reaction, so maybe I could get the triangle. He realized, he started open his elbow out, so he did a good job keep his elbow away from me crossing his arm. And then he know that was not a good position for him, so he back up to the knees, and then he said, you know what, I'm gonna start pushing up right away. So he pushed it up. He did a really good job keeping his head up and down. Invest in your jiu-jitsu today. There is 8 amazing instructionals for you to level up. There is 3 lasso guard instructionals, 1 for each needs. There is winning double knee position. Everything starts from the knees. There is a half guard plan, how to pass the half guard. There's 2 amazing close guard, 1 elbow sweeps and 1 elbow submissions. And there is also how to pass the lasso guard. If you want to check it out, go at bjjfanatics.com and don't wait. Invest in your jiu-jitsu today. He pulled his arm out, and then we back into the game. I kept the open guard. I decided to put my lasso guard right there. So I knew that he's gonna start coming up. So I trap him. I push my lasso foot on his hip. My free leg, I hook his bottom leg, and I push him, take my lasso out, and surprise him. A very sneak sweep right there. It's one of my favorite sweep when someone stands up. So now I'm back on top against Derek. Derek is a brown belt, super aggressive, really good open guard. So we start right here. He get double grip, and I kept avoiding him because I know he wants to go for the spider. I kept my elbow tight, and then he closed the guard. He kept the cross grip, decided trying to go. I knew he wanted to go for the armbar with the cross grip. So he kept my collar grip and the sleeves, and then he opened the guard, and then he closed the guard. He was very undecisive. I was reading him a little bit, and then he set the lasso. I scooped my hip back, and then since the lasso was shallow a little bit, and I knew that he didn't have my upper body control, I stepped up my right leg, which was a little bit risky, but and then he let go. He decided to come up right away. So he was all over. He really wanna. And Ava was telling him, man, come down, look for your connections. But anyway, I break through my grips, and then he has the cross grip Del Hiv, and then he sit up. See, like he there keep moving, chain. So he should be slowing down, understand how strong he was. And then I realized that he has a free leg. I tried to go for the leg drag right there. So I go for the leg drag, maintain. He was like sideways. I should drop my right knee on the other side on the mat and lift my left leg, right? So keep, yes, that's exactly what I did in the beginning. That's exactly what I did eventually. So I get right there, but my head was not on the other side. So Derek should have my hand away from his collar, because when I hold the collar is a problem. And then when I had the collar, all I have to do is move to the side, bring my head all the way to the other side facing him. So that's what I'm gonna get eventually. So I pin his knee down and then grab the bottom, the keep bottom collar, and then right there I sit up and get to the pass right there. And then he did a good job. He scrambled, and then I kind of let go the bottom leg, and then he recover guard to see if I can show up more details right here. And then Derek set up right away, and then he kept the open guard. Once again, he was very undecisive. He should just like engage guard. He should go for the omoplata. There's a ton of details right there that he could do it. And then he set up the spider. He shoot the spider right away. He went for the sweep. I land right on my head, flipping myself over. And then he should just let go the sleeves to hold my leg and then secure the sweep, and then he would win the round. But and then he kept my sleeves, and then I bring my leg to the side, end up on my knees, which was very cool defensive, by the way. It was really cool. So I did not plan that. So he bat to the spider. I stood up, so he should get to my leg, because once you play spider guard standing, you lose leverage. So I yank my grip to the side, forcing him to go for the leg drag, and then I got the pass right there. It was very powerful. It's very hard for him to maintain spider from standing. So I recommend someone to, if you play spider, when the person standing, start getting the pants. Now we move on to, I think it's the last round with Jerry. He's really good. He just got his blue belt. He's fired up. He putting pressure. His background wrestling, so really good base. So he kept putting pressure, and I get to the back. I got to the belt, tried to get to the back, and then got to the body lock right there. And he started defending the back, and then I come up. I think I connect my hands right here. So I decided he knew that I could not go for the leg drag. So I did a body lock right there, see how he was responding to that. And then I come up right away, and then I want to go to the back. So he turned and get to my leg, and then I end up on bottom again. So I play half guard, holding the same side sleeves. So now that was a bait. I want him to hug my head, pushing the knee, push him away from me. So the sweep was set up right there. So I hold his sleeves and same side half guard. So this is a really good sweep for you guys. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoying this King of the Hill, this commentary. So I really appreciate. Make sure to support, to subscribe the channel, to support. I really appreciate, and keep eyes on the news video, in the future video. So there's a ton of details for you guys. So big us. I really appreciate, guys. Thank you so much.